come with me this weekend to get my hair redone. So to start off, I'm getting my roots touched up. I like to do this every 1 to 2 months because I go swimming and I do a lot of other sports. So with the constant washing and the chlorine effects, sometimes you need to get the color on the roots touched up. So here I'm getting a lighter color on my base. So I like to go for a lighter, more subtle brown because I feel like it really blends well with my features. So I'm just getting the roots redone with the same amount of vibrancy, and so the dark hair doesn't creep through. This is a pretty time-consuming process, so she'll go through like different sections of the hair and coat each of them with enough hair color, and then that will be sealed with a plastic film, cling film, for some time to let the colors set in. After that happens, we quickly just rinse it off, and we can see that the roots looked much lighter now. Then to address my frizziness, we're gonna do a Nano Smooth Pure treatment, and this treatment uses nanoparticles. It's an alternative to keratin, so usually I would get a keratin treatment done to make sure that I have the hair well coated in keratin and they're protected. And also it helps reduce frizz. But in this case, I've chosen the nanoparticle one because they said that it's a bit more effective in maintaining frizz and properly coating the hair with protective particles. So here they are applying this treatment to my hair. At this stage, they have to make sure that they really do work the product into the hair strands very well, and they will be sealed through heat so that it basically stays in shape and holds its position after the treatment is done. The heat here was quite strong, so I started getting a little bit uncomfortable, but they told me that I had to power through to make sure that the product was well sealed onto the strands of my hair, and then I wouldn't have to, basically it would help me to reduce the amount of times that I would have to get the treatment done. Especially with the weather in Hong Kong, it's very important to protect your hair against the humidity. So here I am just faring through the heat. And once that's done, they washed off the product. So they wash off the treatment from my hair using a colder temperature just to make sure that the scalp doesn't get too irritated as well. And after that's done, we can move on to setting the hair basically. I really like getting my hair washed at the salon. There's just something about how thoroughly it's being washed and how carefully it's being handled. I think sometimes I like to just schedule a hair wash at the salon to give my hair a good refresh anyways. Here we're detangling the hair using a large comb brush, preparing it for any sort of styling, and the treatment was fairly simple, so it's actually almost complete. And because my hair is a little bit shorter, I have less issues with tangling, but you can see that the hair already looks smoother after just some minor detangling and a quick wash. After that, to basically dry out the hair a little bit, we go through it with a hair dryer. And using the hair dryer, they're also just giving me a blowout. I really love how my hair feels and looks after a good blowout. And I learned that this technique, making sure that the hair dryer is pointed in the downwards direction, is really important for getting the straight, pin straight hair that I really like to keep. And once the blowout or the hair is like pretty much like 80% dry, then we will go through it with a flat iron. So because of the treatment before, we already have a decent amount of heat protection. And this just helps seal the look that I want for my hair and to maintain the straightness. And also, when the flat ironing is done closer to the root, then you can see that it really helps seal the cuticle and also maintain the hair in terms of being anti-frizz. So this step takes a little bit extra time, but I like to make sure to get it done because the results they speak for themselves. They're very, very beautiful. And the hair lasts for quite a few days. So after a blowout, I love getting them flat ironed, especially in different sections. Flat ironing isn't exactly something I do on the daily, so when I wash my hair at home, then this isn't something that I like to do regularly because it can induce a lot of heat damage, and I want to make sure that I protect my hair, especially after, you know, having to do a lot of the protective treatments like keratin as frequently. And I'm hoping that using this nanoparticle technique, I'd have to come in less. I mean, it takes a little bit longer to get the treatment done compared to keratin, but hopefully the results last longer. They're predicted to last between 3 to 6 months. So I will update you guys on how that goes after it's been that long since the treatment. And I think that making sure that you kind of get the treatment based on the results that you want. So for me, I really like straighter hair. So the keratin treatment really helps me kind of maintain that very effortless straight hair look. After the treatment and everything is complete, then I like to ask for a quick retouch for my length. So not only will I get a trim, you know, just remove any dead ends that need to be addressed, but also just refresh the hair, make sure that the long bob is well maintained and you don't have any uneven growth areas or strands. And it's a little bit better to do that in drier hair, because when my hair is wet I still have a bit more curl to it compared to after it's been set. So I want to make sure that when I have styled my hair that I know exactly what it's gonna look like. And this finishing touch is something I always request after a haircut and a blowout. So ever since I've gotten a long bob, I really like to curve in the ends. So here they are, just helping me get that curl at the end to make the look feel a bit more intentional. And this is my final look for my hair. I'm super excited to see everything touched up and I feel refreshed. Like and subscribe for more.